Matt, what do you make of the smaller turnout for President Trump this past weekend?
Yeah, I think they overpromised a little bit, and they let the expectations get a little bit past the reality. 19,000 people for the first event they'd done in 110 days in that venue. When there were coronavirus fears, when there were fears of protesters, probably wasn't realistic. Looks like they had maybe 6,000 or 7,000. Looked like the lower half was mostly full, but the upper half was not full. So they're going to learn from this. But overall, I think the event itself was a success. They had, I think, 11 or 12 million people watch online. Fox News had the highest ratings on Saturday night in its history when it carried it live. So there was real value there, and they collected a lot of data. But obviously, he likes having a full house. Whether you can have a full house in the coronavirus environment right now, I think, is a big question mark. So we'll see how they adapt their rallies going forward. They may look to do outdoor events.
Glenn, what are your thoughts? Is there a hot take from the low attendance at the president's rally in Tulsa?
Oh, why go to a Trump circus when the clowns are bothering you at home every day where, no matter what? No, I think they voted with their feet and voted not to go because Trump's appeal is old, his policies are failures, his politics are racist and divisive. I think some of those people that have been with Trump over these last weeks and months are deciding maybe he's really, really not the wagon they want to ride in. And I think that showed up at the poor attendance at the rally.
Matt, let's talk about campaigning. Again, we are in the middle of a pandemic with COVID numbers going up. Should either candidate be out on the campaign trail right now?
So I think first you got to look to public health guidelines, and I think the Trump rally was handled with guidelines in mind. They asked people to socially distance. They had a lot of people wearing masks. They had hand sanitizer on site, and I think they were doing temperature screening. So they did a lot of the things you should be doing. Now, if you're older or you have underlying health conditions, it was probably not a good idea, and you probably shouldn't have gone to that rally. But look, Biden's not doing anything. Trump's doing rallies. Maybe the middle. There's a middle path there where you can do some campaigning, but not do massive rallies. I think Trump wants to keep doing them. I think he's going to ramp them up. Maybe, as I said, they're going to move to outdoors in the next few months before we hopefully can get past the coronavirus. But it's a difficult time to be campaigning. There's no question.
Glenn, how do you safely and effectively campaign during a pandemic?
Well, I think that Joe Biden is campaigning responsibly. He's respecting the health and lives of others, not asking them to come crowd into a hall, or in Trump's case, maybe not crowd. But anyway, I think you've got to do it virtually. You've got to step up your digital communications. You've got to do live interviews. You've got to Zoom interviews, both with funders and followers and reporters. You've got to make yourself available. And we can do that now digitally without having to expose people or expose yourself to the dangers of COVID-19. I think it's the responsible thing to do. And I think candidates across the country who are acting responsibly are doing just that.